你好，我是周梦瑶, and I'm presenting Kang. So the definition is a high, elevated, lofty, so describing something that rises upwards, proud, arrogant, overbearing, so like by extension from high, and then to resist, to oppose, and in astronomy, it is the name of a star or a constellation. So this is the evolution of it. And then stroke order and calligraphy, and then it appears in many ancient texts. So modern usage to protest, kang yi, kangri is to resist Japanese aggression, kangji to resist or fight back, and then kang hong is antibody. So the neck of the azure dragon. So like I said before, um, it can be like a name in astronomy. So, Kangshio is the neck of the Azure Dragon, and the sky is divided into four quarters, and each quarter contains seven of the 28 mansions. And since the names of the mansions are so old, the origin and meaning are no longer really understood. But so like on this diagram, the tiger has its own quarter, or like yeah, its own quarter, then the bird, then the dragon, and the snake. I will get into more of those. So, while Greek astronomers were cataloging stars from the Mediterranean, Chinese astronomers were developing something completely different by Chen Zhou in 220 to 280 AD. He compiled a list of 1,400 stars and it postdates the Greek astronomers by a century. Chen Zou's original catalog was lost sometime in the 6th century, and we know this by later works that contained 1,464 stars, which were 400 more than the Greeks. After it spread to Japan and Korea, it still had a far eastern tradition until the early 17th century when Western constellations were introduced by Jesuit missionaries such as Adam Schall von Bell. Chinese astronomers first used different colors and they were more symbolic rather than pictorial in the West. So this meant they could change over time and it is very hard to distinguish or recreate. They also forgot to add like how bright a star was, and so that also made it very hard to like track, unlike the Greek astronomers. So, the four sections of the sky are the powerful mythological beasts guarding the heavens. The blue dragon in the east was associated with spring, so Virgo, Libra, Scorpius, and Sagittarius. Sagitt those are the English zodiacs. Um, and then that are in that quarter. The red bird of the south is associated with summer, so like Gemini, Cancer, Hydra, Crater, and Corvius. The white tiger in the west associated with autumn, so Andromeda, Pisces, Eris, Taurus, and Orion's belt, or the black tortoise of the north is associated with winter and is known as the Black Warrior because the tortoise shell resembles a suit of armor. And to add more confusion, it is also wrapped or it's a large snake wrapped around it. So it's got Sagittarius is also in it, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pegasus. And then later extended to have one more palace, which is the circumpolar region or the Purple Palace, which incorporates Ursa Minor and some parts of Camopyrus, Draco, Cepheus, and Cassiopeia. This region was symbolized as central authority of the emperor and hence the most powerful of them all. So back to Kangxio. It rises proudly in the east at the springtime. The neck represents the ascent and the upward movement, like energy of spring pushing life upwards from the earth. While that rising energy is great in Taoism, excess yang without yin can lead to overreaching and arrogance. So it warns that when something reaches its peaks, it begins to decline. And we see that in our four seasons.